Welcome back to another video, guys, and some crazy news this morning, as well as a couple of players with more information on regarding possible deals to Newcastle United. If you are new to the channel, guys, please do remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, where you'll be notified when we upload or we go live on the channel. Now, I want to start the video off with, Mainz. Now, as you know, we have a pre-season friendly arranged with Mainz, the German side, when we tour into Austria later on this month. And the Mainz fans have decided that they don't want to play this game. And they don't want to play this game simply because of who we are owned by. Now, I find this absolutely crazy, because if Mainz were playing Newcastle United in a European competition later on in the season, would they be complaining? Would they want the game cancelled? I highly doubt it, especially if it was at St James's Park or the two-legged affair where they'd obviously get plenty of money for playing in a European competition. They wouldn't be kicking off like this. They are trying to make a statement just to stand out. Now, I find it quite annoying, really. Mainz have had problems with their fans before, throwing flares onto the pitch and causing all sorts of trouble. So I think it's a very, very hypocritical thing for them to do. Basically, I'll read a couple of comments out that were from the statement from the Mainz fans that they've released into the public domain and onto social media. The motive for the takeover was less for the enthusiasm of football, but more for polishing the image of Saudi Arabia. Now, here we go again. And this is what we're going to face from now on, guys, as Newcastle United. With wherever we go, whatever we do, people are going to complain and try to bring it out into the foreground and kick off about Saudi Arabia, etc. Now, polishing the image of Saudi Arabia. What about, Saudi Arabia maybe learning a few things from us? They've got billboards with women footballers on for the first time, etc. Things can be done in a positive way between the two countries. We've said this since day one of the takeover, that maybe they can learn a little bit from us, we can learn a little bit from them, and the combination of the two is not a bad thing. But how about keeping politics out of football? These Mainz supporters have very, very short memories. Very short memories. I'm not going to go into all that. I've seen some... I put a tweet out there this morning, and some people have made very, very valuable statements regarding the Germans and things like that. But we're not going to go into that. This is all about this friendly game. They went on to say, Newcastle United is not just a football club. It is a vehicle for asserting the interests of a regime that tramples on human rights. Now listen, we all know about the human rights issues in Saudi Arabia, and a lot is being done to try and sort that out. And that's what I mean by learning from the two countries. And this is what thick-headed fans don't get into the head. Thick-headed pundits, all these journalists, they don't talk the same way about the Formula One. These Germans, do they go to the German Grand Prix? And who's the main sponsor of Formula One? Aramco. Wow. Do they kick off with that? Absolutely not. Because they know they wouldn't be heard and it would just be pushed aside, like it always is. The boxing, for example, and of course wrestling. Do these German fans kick off about all of that? I've never seen anything like it. But no, because it's Newcastle United again, even the German fans are getting involved. And it's absolutely pathetic. If you've got something politically to say, go and say it to your members of parliament or whatever it is over there. Go and kick off with them. But don't try and make Newcastle United out to be this, country-run football club that's just basically sports washing. It's a load of crap. And we know it is. Also, they said the decision to play at NUFC sends out a bad signal for Mainz. And playing the friendly offers the Saudi regime a political stage. I have never heard so much absolute bullshit in all my time as a football fan. This is ridiculous. And it's getting beyond a joke now. Because, as I say, they don't kick off with a Formula One. Do they say, we don't want Formula One in the country? No, because it brings in millions and millions of pounds. The boxing, the wrestling, etc. It brings in millions. But one little friendly against Newcastle United, and they put out a statement with all that garbage on it. It's absolutely laughable. It really is. A political statement. A little friendly in Austria. How on earth is that a political statement? It would be a political statement if it was played in front of 100,000 people somewhere, or it was a massive competition. It isn't. It's not a political statement at all. It's a football club trying to prepare for the new season in the Premier League. Get your facts right, man. Releasing stupid statements like that. The Athletic, though, do claim that the game is expected to go ahead, that the Mainz fans will not get the voices heard. If you don't like it, don't turn up to the game. It's as simple as that. Don't watch it. If you want to make some sort of statement like that, then don't go and support your football team. But this is simply a friendly between two football clubs from two different countries, not owned by Saudi Arabia. Right? We've been through this before. It is pathetic and it is absolutely laughable the way some fans are going on. Because I guarantee you, if this was later on in the season, it was a European competition, they would not be making the same statement. Why? Because that European competition makes them an awful lot of money. So they wouldn't be coming out with this absolute nonsense, which is what it is. Absolute nonsense. And they need to really, really have a word with themselves about that. Absolute crap. So, as I say, the Athletic say the game is probably still going to go ahead. And I hope it does. Because Mainz fans, you've made an embarrassment of yourself. Because, let's face it, you guys have been in a lot of trouble in the past. Like I say, I'm not going to go into that because I'm not as petty as you guys are, making absolute nonsense statements like that. Don't go to the game. It's as simple as that. If you want to make a statement, don't go. It's a friendly game. It means nothing. It's for two football clubs to try and build the fitness up ahead of the new football season. That's all it is. So get your head out your asses and just get on with life. Pathetic. Anyway... the Chronicle are reporting this morning that Gabriel Barbosa, of course, the Brazilian striker, wants to move to Newcastle United. Now, for me, Barbosa would be a great signing. He did have a spell, of course, in Italy. Didn't quite work out for him. He went back to Brazil, to Flamengo, where he scored 103 goals in 158 appearances. Now, they're banding a price tag of around 14 million. Which I think is an absolute bargain for Barbosa, given the prices that have been banded around for various other players around the world, or in England, for example. 14 million quid for Barbosa. I'd snap the hands off. Listen, give him a chance. Give him another chance in Europe. The guy knows where the goal is. I think he'd settle in very well at Newcastle United. Certainly working under Eddie Howe, etc. And I think he would bring a lot to Newcastle United. So whether that happens or not, like I say, the Chronicle reporting that Barbosa himself wants to come to the club. Now that is a massive statement already, saying that the player wants to come to the football club, because we know in the past we've gone for players. Ekitike for one, claiming that he wants to go to, Barcelona, Real Madrid, stay at Reims. He's been dragging his heels and dragging us along for most of the summer so far. But when a player actually wants to sign, that is a huge step in the right direction. So maybe, just maybe, something comes of that, and we'll see in the next few weeks. Now, the Northern Echo have decided to report that Jesse Lingard still remains of interest to Newcastle United, but Eddie Howe and Amanda Staveley have both confirmed that they will not dismantle the wage structure to sign somebody like Jesse Lingard. He's understood to be wanting in excess of £100,000 a week, and listen, guys, he's not worth that. No way is he worth that. Jesse Lingard, for me, yes, he'd be a very good addition, but would he be one of the top players in the squad? I'm not so sure he would. And he wouldn't warrant over 100 grand a week. Absolutely not. Now, we know Everton have been sniffing around West Ham to a degree. I think West Ham have cooled their interest on Lingard, to be honest, for the foreseeable future. Everton remain very, very interested, but if anyone's going to pay ridiculous wages, we've already seen it, it's going to be Everton. So, if they want to pay that kind of wage for Jesse Lingard, then so be it. But for Newcastle United, they're not going to dismantle anything. They have a structure in place, and they've already said numerous times that they are going to stick to that structure. And very important that they do. They can't let players come in and just demand X, Y, and Z and just it causes unrest in the dressing room as well. If you see Jesse Lingard walking in on 150 grand a week, you think, oh, hang on a minute, I'm twice the player he is, or three times the player he is. Why does he demand that? Now, because he's a free transfer, what I think they might be able to do with this is obviously give him a decent signing on fee to cover some of the wages that he would want, and offer him a lower monthly wage or weekly wage. That would, for me, be an example of being able to bring in a free transfer like that without the worry of having to pay extortionate wages. But we'll see what happens with that one. And finally, I just want to comment, this morning, I was in the queue for the tickets for the 2 friendly games, which I managed to get. I was only in the queue for, it must have been 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Got the tickets, no problem at all. But I've seen people on social media this morning complaining of the £20 price tag for the tickets. Now, if you buy it as a package for the Friday and Saturday, you get it for 35 quid. I mean, you know, we're playing Atalanta here. We're playing Bilbao, 2 very, very decent European teams. Of course, Atalanta in Italy and Bilbao from Spain. So very, very, very good opposition. And by the time these games kick off, we're well into pre-season. These are a couple of the final games left. You know, it's going to be very, very good to see the 2 different squads that Eddie Howe puts out for both the games. But people saying that, you know, they should boycott the friendlies because of the price of the tickets. My God, these people have very, very short memories, don't they? Very short memories of what we've been through the last 15 years under Mike Ashley, where there's been no ambition from the club. There's been nothing at all. And, you know, the club have to make a bit of revenue back. It's all right saying, oh, yeah, we're the richest club in the world. But you know what? These owners have put a lot into the stadium during the summer, making sure it's being done out and it looks great, etc. And, you know, more to come of that. But I think 20 quid for a ticket for these, opposition are fantastic prices. You know, gone are the days where we're travelling to Rotherham, Doncaster, Burton Albion. We're actually pulling in the big names now again. And that will continue as we go on. So to say to boycott the friendlies is ludicrous. Have a serious word with yourselves. You're almost as bad as the Mainz fans, for God's sake. You know, let's just enjoy this ride. But there you go, guys. That is the video today. Just wanted to, mainly talk about the Mainz fans because I think it's an absolute extraordinary statement to bring out. Some crazy things said in there, given their history and, just unbelievable. Pisses me off beyond belief. But listen, we've got to get used to this, I guess, over the next few years and years to come, to be honest, because this is always going to rear its ugly head about sports washing, etc. But listen, for me, the Mainz fans don't like it. Protest by not going to the game. But don't release crap statements like that and cause unrest with the Newcastle fan base before we even travel over there for the game. It's ludicrous, man. But let me know down below what you think in the comments. You know, are the Mainz fans right? Do you agree with what they say? Or should they have just kept their mouth shut and protested in a different way, i.e. not going to the game? What about Barbosa? Do you think he'd be a good signing for Newcastle? Let me know about Lingard and what you think about his wages. But thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Like I said at the start, if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. We are very, very, very close to 12k now subscribers, which is marvellous. If you're watching this on the Tuesday, don't forget tonight, 8:30 is the fan forum. Come on, join me and have your say on all things Newcastle United. Should be a great show. But if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and that'll let you know when we upload or we go live. But thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.